All right, and give me just 1 second. Let me share my screen. I'll share the agenda and we'll get started. Let me know. Okay, I think you can see my screen now. Okay, well, good morning and welcome everyone to the Family Engagement Committee meeting. If you could please turn on your camera, it's nice to see some faces, and share your name, program, and something that worked well at your last family engagement event. And we can just go ahead and popcorn. I can go ahead and start. My name is Elba Griffin. I am a program coordinator for the Iowa After School Alliance. I have not hosted a family engagement event recently, so I don't have anything to share, but I'll go ahead and popcorn over to Shelly.
Good morning. I'm Shelly Honig. I'm in Fort Madison, and I am one of actually, I'm not the director. I'm just kind of a helper, I guess is what you can call for me for this. I think our last family engagement, probably one of the better ones we did, we went to the apple orchard after hours and the kids got to explore the apple orchard and we had a really good turnout. So I would say that's probably the best that I've seen this year.
And then do you want to go ahead and pick someone?
Sure. How about Mallory?
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm Mallory Reesberg. I'm the Career Pathways Coordinator at the Boys and Girls Club of Central Iowa. I actually am going to pitch this one over to Jack, put you on the spot. I do not really do family engagements this year currently, as I'm just starting in this role, but I know Jack, who's had quite a few different hats he's been wearing, can probably give us a good example. But you're on mute.
I am muted. Hi, everybody. I'm Jack. I'm the East Pathway Coordinator or Director for the East Pathway for Boys and Girls Clubs. I guess our most recent family engagement event was last Friday. We had a like an art and an arts festival basically at our Baker Club at Hyatt Middle School. Basically, we showcased a bunch of different art from all the clubs in our organization, put them on display. We had like a fashion show there. Parents and board members and staff, whoever was able, came in and got to see kind of some of the great things our kids are doing. And then another one I'm really excited about here in the future is we're doing family events at Clive Aquatic Center to help recruit and bring as many families in as possible. Sorry, I don't know who's gone yet. Megan, have you gone?
Hi there. My name is Megan Cruz, and I'm a program coordinator in the Council School District. I primarily focus on elementary. Something that we did this year for family engagement was we have 7 elementary buildings, sites guided during programs, and then we had a pretty good turnout at most of the buildings. And then when we were done, we did like a popcorn, like walking taco style, have their bag of popcorn and then add all the goodies in there. And then the kids and families got to enjoy that. And it was very well received. Keegan, do you want to go?
Keegan, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
I think Keegan stepped away from the computer.
Yep, we'll go ahead and do Betsy.
Okay. Hi, I'm Betsy. I'm the director in Ottoman, Iowa. And family engagement, we try to do a barbecue every year and get everybody together. We also include our sponsorships, the people that have helped with our trips that we do and things like that. And so then that way the families can connect with the sponsors that have helped us through the year and that kind of thing. We also do a carnival every year, and then that gets the community and the families together. We also we try to get them out to do the parade, but I haven't really done anything. We want to do like a walk and things like that, but I haven't really figured out how to do that kind of thing yet. So I've got those 3 things that we do every year, and I'm hoping to get some more ideas today. And let's go with Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie Boatwright from Fairfield Community School District. I'm the director of after school programming. We just started before school programming this year, so we have before and after now. We had an event, family event, right before we left for winter break, and we called it our winter party. Don't want to have holiday specifics, but just a time for everybody to get together right before we left for break. We had families come, and we had just 3 different activities in different rooms, and they could go at their own pace. They made gingerbread houses. We had Christmas karaoke. And then we had bingo going on, and it was just a short, it was just like an hour and 15 minutes and just come and go as you please. But we had a really good turnout. We had about 80% of the kids that come to the program attended. It was great. Let's see, who hasn't gone? Raise your hand if you haven't gone. Bailey.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm a little bit tardy for this meeting. Just finished up with board meeting. I'm the director of operations for Boys and Girls Club of the Cedar Valley here in Waterloo, Iowa. For family engagement events, we just finished up through partnership with the University of Iowa, Scanlon School of Mental Health. We led 4 mental health training sessions for members of our community and mostly our families in the community. So talking about dealing with youth and the different diagnoses they might have when it comes to ADHD, autism, and things like that. So we hosted 2 in-person sessions and we hosted 2 virtual sessions. Each one saw between 28 and about 40 participants. It was really, really a fantastic time and a really good time being able to teach it and do a little bit of learning with our families and some of our staff. We also coming up, something we're really excited for is we kick off our summer program towards the end of June. We'll have a summer kickoff carnival. So we'll invite families into our clubs. We'll go through a little bit of a club orientation for kids. It'll be mostly games, playing in some bounce houses. We'll have some volunteers and some other community members show up and bring crafts and things like that to support that program. And then we'll kind of tour families through the facility, let them know this is what our summer program is going to look like. To be able to answer any questions that they might have. One of the new things we're going to this year is we're going to an online membership system. So we've been talking the first couple weeks of summer are going to be a little bit rough as we get parents away from the pen and paper and get them online. But something we're really excited for. We'll be able to better track our young people through that. And then upcoming before we get to the start of the school year, we'll have our back to school bash event, which we'll see. We're going to hope for about 2,000 people in the community that'll show up to that. We'll provide school supplies for the young people going back between elementary school and their senior year of high school, as well as provide again some more resources in the community, trying to get a lot of our community partners at that event in the park that we got coming up. I'm not sure who has not gone quite yet. Maybe Miss Brianna.
Hello, I'm Brianna. I'm with Newport in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So I have 5 different sites that all kind of do their own family engagement events, but recently they've all done some summer orientation events with their families. So they've been really successful by providing different kinds of food and drinks and then providing different community resources to our families. Mallory?
think Mallory already went. How about Erin?
Hey, I'm Erin Brookshire. I run Dodger Academy after school and summer program in Fort Dodge. Big plan this summer is our second year of summer programming. We're working more closely with the school district on the academic aspect of it. So we'll have more summer school feel for at least part of the day. So that'll be a new experience. Did I answer all the questions? Okay. Anyone who has not gone yet? Let's go with, is it Kenya?
Yes, Kenya, thank you. So my name is Kenya Ruiz Herrera. I work for Beyond the Bell here in Sioux City, Iowa, and I'm currently helping assist with the 7th 21st Century Grant Schools. Our last family engagement was in April, and what we did was it was really cool because we partnered with the Iowa Extension. And so we had master gardeners come out from the area, and they helped us host like a gardening class. So it was really good because the kids got to get dirty with the soil and deciding what they wanted to grow at home. And of course, like, I think it was very intentional as well for the parents because I believe like a lot of us have tried gardening and we don't all have a green thumb. So they were able to ask the experts questions on how to make a successful pickle garden or not pickle, I'm sorry, cucumber garden, and just things like that. We all learned a lot, and the ladies were super sweet, and a lot of them were previous teachers, so they were comfortable in the atmosphere with the children and the parents. So it was a good turnout, and I loved it. We ended with popsicles at the end just because it was a hot day, so worked out. A. Garcia, I think, was that the person who hadn't gone?
Hi, I'm Angela Garcia. I'm the coordinator for the Pieces After School program for the Burlington Community School District. This is actually my first year. I came in the middle of the year last year, so this was my first year setting up program and family engagement nights. So it's been pretty interesting to kind of see what works and what doesn't. We've done quite a bit of big ones as well as small ones. So we always invite our community partners in to the big ones that so they can bring different resources to our parents that they might not know are out there, while also having different activities available for the kids to do. We usually use passports and dabbers so that they know where they're going, and it's more fun because they can go around and get dabbed once they hit all the stations and we know that they got everywhere, and then they get to enter it in to win a prize. So then we do drawings for those. One thing that we did try this year that actually worked very well to bring in more of our people, our parents, was to do it actually during conference nights. So the parents were already in the school. We offered a light dinner. And so since they're already out and about in the school, it was very convenient for them to come and feed their kids and then get to engage with the Pieces After School staff. And then we are this year doing a Girl Scouts end of the year event that's actually taking place tomorrow. So we are offering free transportation to Camp Elkita in Danville, so that we can bring more awareness to the Girl Scout camp as they've come into our program to give our students different activities throughout the year. And so they're going to have slingshots and archery, a self-led hike. We're going to do walking tacos. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. So lots of good things this year and a lot of good feedback for different things we can try to do next year.
Okay, I guess that leaves me. I'd like to, since we've got a lot of new faces, we're gonna go over later the guide to family engagement, but I wanted to share some basics with you. The family engagement meetings, the minimum is for a year, one each quarter, but there's no limit. I have some programs that are having them every other month, and that's great. But every place is different. And I heard that some of you are combining the family engagement meeting with a field trip, which is great. But the bottom line is you want to have your parents informed about what the kids are doing. And I would do at least one at maybe the beginning of the year. And then in spring, you could have a parent engagement meeting, and you could also do your parent survey. Have them come in, and you don't have to have them with a computer. You can have your staff with clipboards and or a computer or a tablet or something, and go around to the parents and ask them whatever the survey questions are, and boom, you've got that. Now, your parent engagement meetings are reported in your local evaluation. And so we look at things like attendance. How many parents showed up? Was it 3? Was it 300? So, you know, that's the two things that we see occasionally is people not having the required 4 meetings and not having attendance for their parent engagement meetings. So you keep that in mind when you're having the meetings. And in the guide, there's actually one page that's an attendance sheet that you can print off and use over and over again. So with that, if anyone has any questions, otherwise we'll continue on with Elva showing us the agenda.
Vic, I do have a question about the attendance. Is there a certain amount of families or parents that, like how we have a certain attendance goal for students that we're
No.
supposed to reach? Is there one for family engagement to get
No.
families in?
No, you're required to make the effort. However, what happens is people shoot themselves in the foot because they'll have a local objective that says we're going to have 80% of parents attending our events. That's not required by me, by the feds. That's something locally that you put in, and it makes you look bad when you don't meet those local objectives. So, you know, I wouldn't have something like that in if it was me. You want to make the effort, and it depends on when you're doing it, how many parents are going to show up, because maybe there's something else going on in the community. We just, you know, require you to make the effort.
Good question, Erin. And I wanted to give Keegan a voice. She can't figure out how to unmute, but she did share. So they host an end of the year showcase where parents come in and get to see what their students have been doing while in the clubs. They have ice cream bar, and then they have students and parents separate. The kids have an engaging art project to do, and the parents attend a parenting skills group hosted by the Iowa State Outreach. So yeah, thank you all so much for sharing. Those are really good ideas, and hope you're able to take some and apply that into your program. So I'll go ahead and share the agenda. Our next order of business is identifying a committee chair. So we do have some interest here, but we are looking for a co-chair. Katie Boatwright has thrown her name in and is interested, but she's interested in looking for a co-chair to help manage this with her. So if anyone is interested, you guys could let us know now, or you can shoot Heidi or I an email. We're happy to answer any questions. We're also here to support you all. Mallory.
Katie, I would be willing to co-chair with you. I didn't want to take on the commitment by myself, but I am glad to share it with you.
Yay!
Someone else really wants to do it.
Now, you guys can all claim the time of this meeting, 1 hour of PD time. And if you're a chair, you can have an additional hour prep time. So 2 hours of PD. And, you know, that you can get, your prep time can be paid. You know, whoever's doing your check can take 1 hour and pay you out of PD funds. Or actually 2 hours and reimbursing you. So that's something else that we need to tell all the committee people, that these meetings qualify as PD time. So
yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Vic. It's a great benefit. So thank you, Katie and Mallory, both. We appreciate you manning this. Give me 1 second here while I share my screen again. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a link. And share my screen with you all. So the next thing that we have on our agenda is the Mizzen Education Platform. How many of you have heard of this? No? Got some? Okay, great. So the Mizzen Education Platform used to be an app. It is now web-based, where there's just tons of high quality out of school time lesson plans. This is specific to us, to after school professionals. It was created by the Mott Foundation, a funder of the Iowa After School Alliance. So like I said, this was all geared towards after school. It is a website where you can have access to great lesson plans and create your own playlist essentially. So you can create an account. It's free to create this account. You can create it yourself for your program, or you can have your staff individually create these accounts. They will then gain access to, like I said, so many categories and activities. We can browse the categories here. I'll show you. We've got 21st century skills, arts, college and career readiness, digital media and literacy, entrepreneurship, health and wellness. I mean, there's just so many great, it's filtered by category. You can filter it by grade level. You can also filter it by the lesson duration. So if you're looking for something, you know, maybe it's a quick 30-minute or less, you're looking just like for a 15-minute lesson to help with those transition activities, you can find those here. Oh, go ahead.
Or if you're looking for stations for a family night was kind of what we were thinking of too. Like if you're looking for kind of like short little round robin things that you would like to do during a family engagement evening, this would be a great place to look for ready-made, high quality plans.
Yep. And there's also collections. So there's, you know, you can look at, they have like a summer sizzle, and within that collection, you know, there's all those 16 activities that you can look at. You can also bookmark a specific lesson to curate your own playlist. And I'll show you what that looks like. Here's a quick example of one lesson. It gives you, it just breaks it down completely. It's really simple and laid out great for, you know, if a staff member is just looking at this, you know, there's your learning objectives, if there's any materials that you'll need for this lesson. So that's also laid out, any worksheets or files that, you know, is needed, and any preparation. And then, like I said, it just lays out the lesson, gives you step by step. And like I said, you can also print this. So for those of you that are familiar with the app, it used to be an app that you just had on your phone. Now, like I said, it's web-based, so you're able to save each lesson and curate those playlists. You can also print the lessons, which you couldn't before. So that's nice. Let's see. Else. Oh, so yeah, so as you save your lesson, you will then have the chance to, like I said, kind of bookmark it, and then under the bookmark option here is where all of your saved lessons will be. So yeah, this is a great resource for if you're looking for those quick 15-30 minutes, or if you're looking for something longer, or if you just want to we're looking for something with STEM, or you want just like an art lesson. So yeah, we really encourage you all to take a look at this. This is a great resource, like I said, not only for you, but for your staff, if they're the ones who are now planning, maybe a week. This is a great tool for them to use.
Elva, I think that you should do a deeper dive onto this website and the app with a session at Impact.
Ah, good idea. Yeah, we'll put that on the list. Heidi and I can talk about that. That's a good
And I
idea.
think the Mott Foundation would appreciate that at our state conference, we're showing folks how to do a deeper dive into the resources that they've spent a lot of time and money to provide for us at no charge.
Absolutely. Yes. You can, like I said, it's a free to make an account. So I definitely encourage you all to take advantage of it. I dropped the link in the chat, but it is also in the agenda. So yeah, any questions we can help answer or let us know. But that's a great idea, Vic, to add that. Okay, next I have the family engagement guide. I'll go ahead and open that. Do you want me to go ahead and share my screen, Vic, or did you want to open that?
That's fine. Oh, can you make that a little bigger?
Yeah.
I don't know why your screen is so small.
Can you guys see okay?
Yeah, that's good. So anyway, this is an update to the existing guide that we've had for a few years. And one of the things that everything in this guide is specific to family engagement. And there's just a ton of resources for you. And it would also cite some of the federal code that requires us to have family engagement. And like I said, the bottom line is the parents need to be informed about what we are doing to help their children academically, socially, and everything that goes on in your programs. And parents are wonderful partners for your programs. And you can provide a variety of services. Bailey talked about providing social emotional mental health services, and that's certainly one thing you can do. You should have at least one meeting where you bring in your local community college and they talk about adult literacy that they offer. Many of them offer courses at no charge for adults, especially for high school completion and things like that. Okay, let's go on now. You are required to have a parent engagement night, and one per quarter means you have 4 meetings in a school year. And take attendance, and all of that information is gathered and reported in multiple ways. So, you want to make sure that you're taking care of the requirements. Let's keep going on there. So another thing that every quarter, I look for money to be spent in the family literacy category, because you should have some expense there if you're having a meeting. And if I don't see any money being spent, I am going to assume you didn't have a meeting. And let's say that you're applying for a grant and you're tied with somebody else, but that other group has had 4 or 5 family engagement meetings and you've only had 2. Well, guess who will get the money if we're down to the last person to get funded? I have tons and tons of data to, say which program is operating better than another. And so, just want to encourage you to do that. And having parents attend is going to make the children more enthusiastic. And there's some, there's tons of ideas. Like you can do a field trip or activity on a Saturday. And I know some programs have had working parents, and the only time that the parents were really available was on Saturdays. And they did a half-day Saturday for the parents to come in, and they did some sessions. Another good idea is a cultural potluck, that people from different cultures bring in a dish. Another thing you could do is, the most popular club out there is a cooking club. Kids, they love to learn how to make a meal, and you could showcase that. Have the kids make enough for everybody that comes in, and the kids would really get a boost out of saying, this is what we made for you guys. You could go to your local library and do some things to encourage reading. Let's continue down on this. This is a pretty big guide. We're gonna have to. So here's some best practice suggestions. To get parents to come in, how about giving awards to the children? Parents will come in if they know their child's getting an award. You can give an award for attendance, improvement with reading and math, being a peer mentor, outstanding helper, number of books that they read, recognizing their achievement and effort. Okay, you can ask a local restaurant to donate food for a family engagement meeting. And I was visiting one place, and there was a pizza place, and I noticed that, and I said, why don't you call the pizza place and see if they can donate some pizzas for tomorrow's family engagement? And they did. And the pizza place brought like half a dozen pizzas. And I said, well, have them bring their menus too, so that if the parents like the pizza, they can order it. And, that started a long-term partnership with a local business. Okay. Now, you're encouraged to participate in USDA food and nutrition program. However, that doesn't apply to the parent engagement meetings. And for many, many years, I had been advocating that parents should be, provided with food. And you'll see in this guide a variety of examples, but I am delighted that this is a change in the new 2023 guidance that says, for example, it may be necessary to provide dinner during a parent engagement activity that is scheduled to encourage participation. 21st century funds may be used for food costs if they are reasonable, necessary, allowable, and as defined by uniform guidance. So let me tell you what I think would be reasonable. Okay, you can order some pizzas from a local restaurant. You could order, a wide variety of food. Do I want you to get parents a filet mignon dinner with wine? No, that's not reasonable. And invite not just the parents, but the whole family, brothers and sisters, and let them all come to see what the kids that are enrolled in the program are doing. That'll help you also to spend down some of the funds that, since COVID, a lot of you have a little extra money. So that I'm delighted about that change. Okay, let's keep going. Here's that wonderful attendance sheet, and this takes up one page. And if you're in a PDF, you click on print and then you do current page, and it'll just print this one page instead of the entire guide. And now we go into a bunch of resources, and this is just what the ESSA says that we need to do in regards to parent engagement. And this is actually a quote from the ESSA about parent engagement. And here's a guide about doing a parent advisory board. So there, like I said, this is another 5 or 6 page resources, and there's probably thousands of pages of resources that are available through this guide, all specific to family engagement. These are some ideas that you can do. You can have welcoming When the parents come in, make sure that they get a welcome at the door, because some of our parents did not have a good experience in school when they were a kid. So we want to try to correct that as best we can. So there's more ideas on what you can do, different strategies. You want to build those relationships. You want to listen to families. And sometimes that's not easy to do if your families are speaking different languages. So make sure if that's the case, you've got somebody that can interpret that's at that meeting. And if you have students, that's, you know, that's another great thing that they can do. Maybe high school students that are bilingual can come and attend, and you can pay them for helping you communicate with parents better. Okay. Let's go down a little bit. This is the new update. The old guide has the old link for You for Youth, and it won't work. They've got this now in an archive mode on the federal level. All these things are on there now, but I would get on there first and go through this You for You stuff, because the feds won't keep it on there forever. We've probably got a couple of years before they take it off. And you can see they've got webinars recorded on there and different lessons, several weeks of things you can do. And here's from Harvard University. They've got a 6-week course in family engagement. Wouldn't you like to have a certificate from Harvard to put up in your office? And I believe it's free. Yep. And then a guide to drug prevention. That's another thing you can do, is work with parents on, you know, drug prevention with their kids. And so again, it's a free guide. And then just some suggestions about what to do for drug prevention night. And then here's tools for family engagement. These are from the feds. And then there's a whole bunch of resources on this page for working with parents that are speaking a different language. There's a toolkit for English learners that you can download. And then there's a lot more resources for parents that, you know, don't speak English. And then here are some just general resources, all related to family engagement. And all of these are free. And I suggest if you were to go through every one of them, it would take you several months. Any questions? Elva's going to send this to you as a PDF with the notes from today's meeting. So you'll have that on your fingertips. It will also be on the iowa21cclc.com resource website, that you can get it if you delete it or can't find the email a couple months later. That's always a great resource. So you're not required to do everything that's in that resource guide, but it's there to give you ideas and help make your family engagement meetings better.
Yes, thank you, Vic. We had Vic will share new guidance on food for family engagement events, and I've already touched on that, so thank you.
Yep. That was many years of me advocating for that being allowable.
Thank you. Any questions or anything that we can help answer? Questions for Vic? Heidi? Okay.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now.